In this video, we are going to explore the Bin tool in 3D Code's Sculpt Workspace. What I have here is a primitive that's been applied to this layer in the Sculpt Tree panel. And I will step out of the Bin tool temporarily. And it's asking, do I want to apply this transformation? For the moment, no. Okay, so as I mentioned, I have an object created with just a simple primitive using a capsule. And I elongated it, applied it to this layer. And now I'm going to choose the Bin tool. You can create some pretty fascinating effects and shapes. Let's first reset the axis. I have Gizmo as deformation center checked. If I uncheck that, the gizmo is offset from the rotation center. And we can see that here with this red bar. If I uncheck that, then it hides that rotation axis. I can also flip the bending direction, but in this case, I'm going to choose Gizmo as the deformation center. It's a little bit easier to control, I think. Let's choose align X, align Y, align Z, and just move it. The most important parameters are going to be the max bend angle and the bend radius. Now with a max bend angle, by default, the slider will stop at 180, but in the numeric field, you can enter whatever value you like, including going all the way up to 360. And you can choose from this list menu here, bend both ends, one side or the opposite side. I can also adjust the bend radius. That's the other important parameter. Let's try and make that almost uniform so we have a U shape. I can zero that out. So that's X, Y, and Z. And we can choose to rotate the axis. Let's try 90. And maybe line to view. Choose both sides. Yeah, when you are experimenting, you're sometimes going to get undesirable results. So let's reset the axis. Zero that out. Let's adjust the max bend angle and bend radius. Now the live preview option is rather self-explanatory. It's basically going to allow you to see the updates as you move your gizmo or as you drag a parameter. If you uncheck that, then what's going to happen is it will update once you have made a move with your gizmo or finish making your adjustment, then it will update. So let's try that. Let's uncheck live preview. And so I'm moving my gizmo and then boom, it will make the adjustment. But I think most of the time you would elect to have live preview active. All right, whenever we have finished making our edits, what we want to do is apply the changes or commit them to a Sculpt Tree layer that has not yet been done. We are in a temporary edit mode, if you will. So once we click apply, it's going to commit that to this layer and it will be static. However, if we switch from voxel mode to surface mode, we have the option here to bake to a layer, a sculpt layer. So it's going to give it the name bend from the Bin tool. Let me go ahead and demonstrate. Again, I want to switch first to surface mode. If you see a V, that means it's in voxel mode. The Bin tool works in both voxel and surface mode, but the ability to copy this to a layer only works in surface mode. Now that I've done that, I'll go ahead and click apply. And it puts me in the transform tool. So if I need to make some further transform edits, moving it in 3D space, I can. But now I have a new sculpt layer here. And all I have to do to dial some of that deformation back is to adjust the depth opacity. And with sculpt layers in 3D Coat, you can always go above 100% to get some more dramatic effects. Okay, and that's going to conclude this look at using the bin tool in 3D Coat's Sculpt environment. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.